Hi, it's Steffi from Steffi's Beads and Baubles, and I think I figured out the light thing. Looks like it's better. There's still a little shadow, but I think it's much better. So what I'm going to do, and I'm totally winging this as I go, is I've got a key, and I want to make it's if you can see on this key, it's got a dip down here. And the thing is, at the bottom of my drawer, I have probably 30 or 40 keys, but I'd have to unload that drawer, and I have nowhere to unload it. My whole table's covered. So this is the only one I could quickly get to. Now, I also had, did I knock it on the floor? I might have. I just had the phone ring. Oh, here it is. And I had to start the video over because I forgot to turn my phone off. I have this one, but that's just a cosmetic key. It's not a real vintage key, and I really wanted to use a vintage key. And if you guys buy, these are a dime a dozen. I mean, you can find this type of key pretty much anywhere, but you've got to work with the dip, so you're going to have to wire wrap on both sides onto and hook onto something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a drop. So I'm going to get a loop pin here, and I'm going to string everything on here that I want for my loop, what I'm going to do to loop to make a loop for this piece. So I'm going to put, I kind of want a combination of black and this really pretty teal. So it's not going to be steampunk per se. Now these are really old, kind of nasty looking old vintage spacers, which that's what I love about it. So I'm going to do that, and then let's see what I can put on top. Am I going to put another, either I'll do this, like that could be all teal, or I don't know, I kind of wanted black, but I don't have any black out that will work. You guys wanted to see the thought process. This is what I do, is I frantically look around. Now I do have, okay, I have a black, let me cut this necklace. I do have a black necklace over here. It's got a big, I did not take it apart yet. So let's see how that will look. I can put this big black one on there, and then the spacer, and then the teal. It's kind of a blackish gray piece. So I can do this. And then what I'll do on the top is I will loop it. I'm going to put a small black one on top to kind of finish it off. I don't know if I like that. Better. See, that's like a gunmetal. It's not, or grayish. Doesn't really match that really well. I don't know. I think it'll be okay. This is like more reflective than that one. I also could do a clear, because I have these gorgeous clear. Remember there was an earring I showed you that had 3 drops on it, and that would be pretty too. So I might even do that. So I have another 2, and I've got a bunch of other clears. So maybe we'll do black and clear on this one. This is what I do, is I figure it out as I go. Or we could do this and do a turquoise and the spacer, and then do the crystal if we want to do the turquoise. But since I want it to be kind of steampunk inspired, I kind of need a black element in there, and I only have a few blacks I can use. I have these here, which are too big, they're oval. I have these drops, but these have to be wired a certain way because the hole goes across the top. It doesn't go up through the bottom. It goes across, and that won't help me here. I have a couple smaller black beads here, and those really don't help me. So I'm trying to make do with a few things and not pull anything else out. So I guess we'll do the original plan, and we'll just go ahead and do the teal on top, because I really wanted to have a teal element in this. Black and teal. Now what we're going to do is just, I've got these little flat black ones here that might be good on top. I'm going to loop this. Did I tell you these things are magnetic? They are. I do kind of a big loop so that I can hook it on a chain, even a big chain. Now if you make it and it's too small to loop on a chain, all you have to do is add a jump ring. So, you know, with this type of a pendant that can turn any way and you don't have to worry. I don't know where I flipped that off to. It just snapped. I usually put my hand over it, but there we go. See? Now this gives you, it's not going to fit over a chain, so I will have to do a jump ring, but that's okay. I've got a big jump ring. I've got tons of big brass jump rings in my box. Okay. I've got a box full of all my different things, and I've got some nice hefty, nice big, there we go, jump rings. This will fit over the big chain. I want to use that pretty round chain I showed you in the last video. So I tried to angle the camera in a way that I will not miss anything. So there's the top. Now I just got a wire wrap up through the bottom. So what I'm going to do is take a piece of wire and I'm going to just start wrapping. Now, I am not by any means an expert in wire wrapping. I can do very basic wire wrapping, to be honest with you. I'm still learning, but we'll just learn together. So I've got an idea in my head what I want to do, and I want to go around this side, come up and go through the bottom of this, and then wire wrap it on the other side. That will hold it on evenly. So let's see if you get an idea in your head and you don't always know if, I gotta clip the top, I got a little knot up there. Looks like I tried to do I've got to buy new wire clippers. These are really bad. Those were not cheap wire clippers. But even the more expensive ones only last so long and they wear out. Okay, so let's go through the bottom of that charm. See if this even works. And then I've got to go over. So I got it through the bottom of that piece. And this might look terrible, but we'll see. I pull that over. I want to have both of them kind of up to the middle there. And let's see how it looks. The fun thing about doing this type of jewelry is you're doing a one-of-a-kind piece. It does not have to look like anything anybody's ever done before. In fact, that's kind of the point, to do something different and one-of-a-kind. I think we did it. I think it'll be okay. Now what I think I'm going to do though is go back through the other direction and then come back up. Well, that doesn't look good. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Like I said, I'm on the fly here, just kind of designing as we go. And then what I can do is wrap around here to kind of hold it in place. Now that gives me a piece of wire. I can decide which side I want to go down, if I want to have the key hang this way or this way. Thinking this way. And then I can come down and add some elements. So I have this cute charm I was thinking of using, but I can also make more charms like that. I could not reach any of the really cool stuff in my box. It's like I said, when I empty out that drawer, we're all going to be like, wow, look at this. I got some cool stuff in there, but I cannot reach it right now. So I'm looking to see if I have anything really neat over here. Any kind of little filigree. I've got a chain that's got all kinds of stuff on it. Is there anything we can use? Oh, look at the little dress form. That's cute, but I don't think that would work for this. We're going to do something out of that dress form, though. That's cute. Okay, so let's see. Well, we got some big beads. Let's see if we can string a bead or two on there, maybe. I got some fun brown ones that are very steampunk looking, or we can go ahead and do that pendant. Let's see how the pendant looks. Let's see, we're going to put that on there. And then come around down here and come up through the bottom of it. That's all wire wrapping is, to be honest with you. It's just moving it around, wiring it around, and then doing that again. Okay, so you can't really see the top of the key, which might defeat the purpose for you. I could have, I guess, used that other key, but you still have this really neat looking older key down here. So now I'm running out of wire, so I can't go much longer. So I got to figure out, now the problem is you don't want to put too fat of a bead on there because of the fact that it will stick out too far. So we got to see what we have that's kind of cool. It'll go nice with this pretty piece up here. We got some browns, and we got, let's see what blacks. Now we do have this that we could go through. See, I could go through and add this to the bottom of this. So I could put this, just hang this separate like this. See, hang that on there. Sorry, I had it out of frame for a minute. I was trying to get it on there. But anyway, I just put it through the 2 holes in the bead, and now I'm going to go around it and wire wrap it on to the, because this is the type of bead that you can put it through the hole and wire wrap around the top, and it looks really pretty. So let's do that, and then we have to start over if we want to add. Okay, I got to pull that tight. That's not tight enough. See how loose that is? I either have to cut that off behind or pull it around tighter so it goes to the back. I might be able to get it around the back. Let's see. No, so I'm going to have to cut that off right there. Let's see, let me try again. Just got to get it to wrap around the other side of the bead. Let's see if I can do that. Let's see. If I just had an inch more of wire, we'd be perfect. If I hadn't had to cut that knot off, right? So let's see here. I'm going to take off my glasses and get in there close so I can see what I'm doing. It's hard to get in that little space. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I think I did it. Okay, so that hangs off of there. And all I did was go through the hole sideways. You know, I came out of the flower, went through this hole sideways. You can see how the hole goes through the top sideways. It goes through from there. See that hole? So I went around, went through it, and then just wrapped around the top. Okay, so that hangs that. Now if we want to do anything more, we have to add another piece of wire. And that's all you do when you wire wrap. You know, you just cut a piece of wire and you just start wrapping it and just add stuff and see what you come up with. Now what you can do if you don't have a lot of charms is you can take and do stuff with findings. Okay, so I've got a box here that's antique brass, and we got a lot of fun, I'll show you some fun stuff in here. I've got spikes and bead caps and just you know, some more spacers and different fun things. Here's a bunch of gold bead caps in different sizes. Just a lot of fun stuff. So you can take and make a charm or wire wrap something on that you've put some fun bead caps on. So let me see what I got. Well, I got one of these, which those are always fun. I've got a couple fun bead caps here. Let's pull a couple of those out. These are some pretty bead caps, but they're very tiny. So let's see what we can come up with. If we can do some kind of a beaded charm that we can run down the front of the piece. So let's see what we can come up with. So I'm going to get this piece of wire. Did I just cut one? I thought I did. I guess I didn't. Could have sworn I did. How weird. Alright, well, it's going to cut a piece of wire. And we're just going to start over. So we're going to go where it's wrapped already. See? Right there. And I'm just going to go behind there and just put a piece of wire, just kind of flatten it, and take my finger and go tuck under that bead and go under there a few times. Just it's getting it started is the hardest, and you just want to make sure you don't leave any sharp. Okay, now I've got that done. Now we can figure out what to add. And like I said, I'm not the best at this in the world, but I'm just having fun, you know what I mean? Now, we do have a, we can put on, let's try this, because I want to keep with this teal theme. So I've got a little bicone glass bead, and then I have a drop in the pretty teal to match the top piece. Or if we don't want to use another drop, I can put that little one and then a slightly, well, let's see, put that little one, I think it might be okay. Well, we got this one here. Look at this flat one. That would be perfect. Look at that one. And then I can put another one of those little bicone beads. Where are they? They were off of a necklace. The necklace that, the Laguna necklace, somebody commented, I can't remember who it was, I'm sorry. Somebody commented that they can be worth a lot. Well, they can, but this one, I couldn't find anything like it, and it was so dirty. I had to literally, these were the beads that were on it. Here. See how beautiful they are now? They were filthy. I had to take a baby wipe and wash every single bead by hand. They were so filthy. And there's little ones too. These little ones were on there too. Had to hand wash them all with a baby wipe. It was terrible. They were really gross. Okay, now I don't know if I like that or not. See, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So we're going to take that back off, which is a problem sometimes. You can't always get them back off. I think I don't like the black up against the black. I think that's too much. And I should have come the other direction. But, okay, so let's see. Let's just, now I have this too. I don't know if that would, it's too modern though, I think. I don't think that would look good. So let's just do the drop. Let's put it facing up, so when you put it on. But see, then that I don't like that because it's two drops. So that's no good. So we'll go ahead and use this one that I liked in the first place. So we'll go ahead and put this one on there. It is being stubborn. Let me see if I can find one that, oh man. It's almost like there's, oh there, that comes through. It's almost like there was something stuck on there. Okay. And then we can just kind of get this bead on there and then kind of go around to hold that bead on. So it kind of looks like there's two beads. Now, another thing I could do is I could come up here and add another one of those to come out the other way. But I don't think I will, because I'm always symmetrical, and I'm going to try to avoid that symmetrical thing that I tend to do the most. Okay, now, what can we put next? So, this is where it gets tricky, you know? Trying to figure out what I want to do next. Because I've kind of locked myself into this black and teal thing. Well, I have this black one that I can put on there. And I can see if this is too big. This might be too big. Oh, I have the new shiny ones. Let's try one of those. They're made to look old, but they're new. You can see how shiny it is. Let's see how that looks. Might do something like this. Let's see. Let's put a couple of these on with the spacer between it. And go around and see how that looks. Now see, that's not bad. I don't like that you can see inside the spacer. No, I don't like that. Now if I can get it to hold tight, let's see if I can. We'll see. There, that's better. It's kind of offset, so we can come up here and do one more thing before we hit the bottom. Now this is, I'm just saying, I'm not saying this is great. I'm not saying look at this wonderful piece. I'm just showing you my thought process and what I do when I'm creating. And I'm trying to come up with something kind of fun and different. So let's see. Well, what we could do is, since we have a drop at the top, we could do a drop at the bottom, make our own drop like this, where we put a bead on, and then we can find a spacer, put that on, whichever kind we want. We could do the shiny new, or we can do the old. I thought I put a few shiny new ones up here. I thought I did. But I could put a bead cap on here too, and these are kind of cool, but see, it's too big. Oh, I have those little vintage ones over here. They're teeny tiny though. See? That would fit on there. And then we could put a black bead on top, like that, and then put the bigger one on that. See if that works. It's kind of weird. What do you think? Like you're going to tell me through the camera after the fact, right? It's kind of weird. I was kind of going for weird though, so let's see if we can put one more little thing on top, if that looks okay. I wish it was a teal, but I'd have to go big to do teal, see? And I don't know how that would hang on there. So I think, now see, if I could get out all my beads, we'd be fine, because I have tons of teal. But I'm trying to stay true to this process. So we'll just put another black up there and call it a day. And then we're going to loop it. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just showing you what I like to do and showing you how I work. This is how I work. I just do and take apart and do and take apart and do and take apart. Okay, that's a really soft wire. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to put this on there, and okay, I'm going to kind of bring it over to the other side and kind of loop it on. Let's see. What I like to do usually is, okay, this is what I usually do. I'm kind of remembering because it's been a while. I make a little loop, but I leave it open because I got to, you know, wire wrap it and find my charm. And then I slide my charm on there. I love doing this type of jewelry, but I'm kind of out of practice. Okay. And then I take and everything's sticking to my pliers. I kind of turn that up, because that's a little big. I don't need it quite so big. Hold on. Like I said, you're getting real life, real time. This is what I do. Okay. I don't like how that looks, but we're going to go with it. Okay, so I'm going to turn it around and go back around and see how that looks. Kind of, it looks okay. Like I said, you know, I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm just showing you how I do this. Like I said, I am far from an expert at wire wrapping. I just have fun with it, you know. I just have fun with it. Okay. And then I just press it back here as tight as I can. Maybe I should have wire wrapped it around there to finish it. I don't know. Let's see how it looks. What do you think? Here's a finished pendant. Kind of fun, don't you think? Now let me get that really cool. Here's that really cool chain. It's got a nice lobster claw. It's an antique brass. looks to be in perfect shape. And I'm going to open the jump ring because I don't want to take the jump rings off the necklace. I'm going to put that inside, and I'm going to shut it back up. See if I can do it without dropping it. I'm pretty good at dropping them. Okay. What do you think? Is it crazy? Do you like it? This was totally on the fly. I personally don't mind when wire wrapping looks a little sloppy. Now, I'm kind of concerned. I got to figure out what to do. I don't like it loose like that on the back. I'm going to tighten it down pretty hard. So this is how I create with the wire wrapping. Like I said, I'm still learning, so I need to practice more. So I'll do more for you, which will maybe show you how the thought process works and the basic concept, which is really quite simple. It sounds more complicated than it is. Now, if we were going to do earrings for this, I will just do, let me see if I have two more on this. This is a necklace I had in here. I have two more of these right here. So I'll take two more of these off. So I'll take two more off, and we'll just do a drop that matches that top piece. So we'll take two of the turquoise and two of these, and I have the space, the vintage spacer in between. So we're going to take the head pin, and we're going to put the black bead on there and make sure it doesn't fall off, that it's got, the hole isn't too big, because boy, that can really ruin your day when you go to do an earring and that happens. Yep, see? Just fell off. So this is going to be a problem. That one didn't matter because it had a loop on the bottom. So how are we going to do this? Because that bead has a large hole. Let me see if I have another head pin. Oh, or it could be slightly different just because. And what we could do is put some kind of, if we have a bead cap that has a small, these all have big holes in them. I don't know if there's an easy, well, we could put one of these little tiny ones on there. It probably wouldn't even show, but it would hold the bead on. See? See, that's a save. Put a little tiny bead cap on that will just kind of finish it, make it look like one of those bead caps that are fancy. Then you can put your, I'm going to use the old nasty ones because that's what, they're kind of ambery. And then the bead on top. And what did I, and I put one of these little ones on top here too. Like that. Now this bead is kind of broken up on top. I don't like that. Let's try that one. Yeah, that's better. What happens is, it was a big necklace. There was that giant necklace. And the beads had kind of ground against each other just a little bit. Now see, these are kind of grungy looking, but it's because it's amber and they're very old. And that's what I like about them. But if you don't like it, you don't have to use that kind of stuff. You can, use the shiny new ones. There's nothing wrong with using the shiny new ones. But I don't mind the old grungy. I kind of like when things are reused and repurposed and, okay. And let me get some antique brass earrings. What do you think? Let me get antique brass earrings out of my earring box, or earring finding box. I got all my boxes. I got my head pins and my, okay, so we need the antique brass ones. Okay, I've got some brand new ones. I just bought a big bag of them recently, so we're going to open this up and put the ear wire on there. And then we're going to make the other one. So let's do that. We'll take that same little tiny, I like that. I'm going to do that on more earrings. I think that's cute because it makes it look like a fancy head pin, and it keeps a bead on, which is great. Yeah, I like that. And then we'll put one of those old grungy spacers. Okay? And then we'll find another decent looking teal bead. Let's see. Only got a few left. So don't have a whole bunch to choose from. Is that one shorter? See how the difference is? Look. See how that one's kind of cut off lower? So that won't work. I have to have a tall one. This one is a little cut off too. This, I think, man, something I should have paid attention to. I might have to redo the earring because I think this one's shorter than this one. Well, if I have to redo the earring, I'll redo the earring. It's not a big deal. I can show you what they look like, and then I'll just redo the other one. So we'll see how it looks when it's done, but I have a feeling that's what I'm going to have to do, because it might be okay. It might be okay. Let's loop it. I'm a perfectionist. I'm going to tell you that. I really am. I have taken apart so many things and redone them because I will not sell it if it's not perfect. I just am funny that way. Okay, then I bend that wire around into a loop like that, and then get that ear wire, which you're probably laughing at me because you probably see it. There it is. And I'll open that back up. And I know you probably wonder why I close it. I can't get it. It's sometimes harder to get it closed with the, what did I just do with the earring? I'm serious, I don't see it. Okay, it's in my hand. Oh my gosh, have you ever had one of those days? Oh my goodness, I'm going to leave that in because that's too funny. I'm so tired. It's been one of those weeks, non-stop. I'll show you a little bit of what I've been doing and you'll understand why my brain is turned off. Okay, so here are the earrings. I think they might be okay. I think they'll be okay. And then here's the pendant. And I will do what I did last week and put a picture. But Colleen has been asking me for a lot of, my dear friend Colleen, for a lot of wire wrapping, and I will do more. But basically what you can take from this is all you do is wrap it. And it's just practice, practice, practice. I am not good at it. I mean, I'm good at it, as good as anybody could be. In the back you can just see it's all wrapped. But look how fun that is. And you can find these keys online sometimes cheap. And just have a lot of fun with it. And then you can move things around a little bit to make them the way you want them. But I'm kind of happy with how it turned out. And this will be listed by the time the video comes out. And I'm really happy with it, though. You know, it's not perfect, far from perfect, but I never try to be perfect. So I'll put a picture, though, at the end of the video so you can... Excuse me, I just burped at you guys. Oh my goodness, this is quite a video, isn't it? Oh my, I'm so sorry. I apologize. Anyway, I hope you didn't hear that, but you probably did. But I'm not going to redo the video. Some of my favorite YouTubers have had big old belches online. Anyway, and then that chain is just beautiful. So this will probably be listed for about $30, just because the materials are a little bit more pricey and it's a little bit more work. I'm very happy with it. I hope you like it. And we'll do more wire wrapping, I promise, Colleen. Anybody else that wants wire wrapping. And I'm going to do more sets. I have some people wanted bracelets. Some people wanted necklace and earring sets. And I'll be doing, like I said, I'm going to leave this stuff out for one more day because I've got to do my Goodwill box Thursday to have up on Friday. So tomorrow's Wednesday when I'm recording this. You'll be seeing this on Thursday, but I'm recording this on Tuesday. So tomorrow will be Wednesday, and I'll leave the jewelry out one more day and do as many more videos. If I can do 2 or 3 more videos for you, and I'll just kind of tuck them in over this week and next week. I'm going to try to make a pattern out of this, see, because I really want to get more creative. I want to put more handmade stuff up in my Etsy shop. And yes, I did keep Etsy. Etsy's great if it's $10 or more. My problem was I was selling a lot of inexpensive things, and I wasn't making any money because of the 20-cent listing fee plus the other fees. But when you're listing something for $20, $30, Etsy's great. And it's still my favorite for handmade stuff because eBay and Mercari, people want bargains. And eBay, people want bargains, but they're willing to pay up for something they really want, but there's not as much handmade stuff. So Etsy is still my go-to for homemade. But this is a 34-minute video, a little bit longer. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, if you can see here, this isn't flat. So basically all I'm going to do is, oh, see the jump ring came off. All I'm going to do is, I got to get this bead, let's see. I need this one sideways. So you're just going to hold on to it and twist it and get it right. And then we put the jump ring back on. This is a very soft jump ring. I might have to replace it. Let me see what I did wrong. Let me tighten that again. Believe me, it won't go out. It won't get listed unless I have it right. Here. So again, I'm going to tighten it. Might not have tightened it. I take and I go back and forth till I feel them grinding on each other. Because if they're not, and I learned that tip from somebody else's video, that if they're not grinding against each other, they're not tight enough. And so that's one thing. Yeah, so you can see it's really, I don't know if you can see that. It's really tight. It's really tight now. So nothing should come off of there now. So anyway, I'll be back again tomorrow. Will be Goodwill. When you're watching this on Thursday, tomorrow will be Goodwill. And then I should have another couple of these for you on Saturday and Sunday. And then I will put this stuff away, and whatever boxes have come, well, I'll probably use the box I do on Friday. I'll take that box and go through that one, and then we'll do videos for next week with that one. And I think that's what I'll do every week, is the box I show on Friday, we'll make stuff out of it with some of the other elements for the following week. And see if we can do a few 5-6 videos a week. I think it'd be fun to get me creating and putting stuff in my shop, and maybe we'll learn some stuff together. So, but I'll be back tomorrow with a Goodwill box, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.